Y'all see that behind me? I don't have my flag up, right? So I got an interesting story. So I was in a Teams meeting, right? for work, for work, and somebody said, "Derek, I noticed that whenever you move, I see a skull behind your a skull behind your head because for the Goonies flag." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I said that this is my little office area, and they don't see my background because I have one of those company backgrounds up. But whenever I move, you see it. You right." And I said, "Yeah, it's a Goonies flag. For everybody that is of the generation, you know what that is." And one young lady, she was like, "Oh, it's so creepy." I was like, "Oh shit! All right, I have to take it down." So I just ended up taking it down, and that's why I don't have the flag up anymore. Last episode that we did, though, I put the Mob Deep one up. This time, I just didn't have time to. But yeah,
What's wrong with the Goonie flag?
it's nothing wrong with it. But how I was moving, you only saw a skull, right? Because I don't have when I'm on teams at work, I don't have this background, even though I'm sitting in the same area. Like we have a bunch of template backgrounds you could pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what it is, like or in the case of the company I work for, they have some with the company, like a poster of the company, which is the one that I use. But because that flag is black, whenever I would move, you would see the skull around my head. So I was like, "Oh, let me not offend anybody. Like, let me just
Right.
take the shit down."
Yeah. I don't know if I could get this on. I'm really trying to get this on. I'm sorry, guys. I should have been more prepared. Why can't I download this? I should be able to download this.
What you were just going to talk about the what is it? The Toastmasters?
Toastmasters. Me
Toastmaster.
and
I'm sorry. Yeah.
you heard of Toastmasters before?
This sounds familiar. Yeah, and that's why I was saying yeah. When
It's
I
a
brought it up. Mm-hmm.
it's an international agency that they have different chapters that can be
Mm-hmm.
created by different Toastmasters or whatever
Okay.
that help you hone your communication skills and public speaking skills and stuff
Very
like
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So we checked out a chapter on Tuesday.
Okay.
I've been meaning to go to a meeting and join a chapter since I was in college. And
Okay.
this particular chapter, it was on my calendar for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I finally was like, let me go. Let me
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
No, that's
didn't get
cool.
it, but I did and won the little table topics contest.
Go ahead, brother.
Crazy. You know what I talked about?
What's that?
Going into West Virginia, where there was a sign that said "niggas keep out," and we seen everybody's crib, but we saw Jason's crib, Michael Myers' crib, Freddy Krueger's crib. Everybody's crib was there, you know,
In West Virginia?
in West Virginia, deep in West Virginia, where um there's no signal. So once you
Yeah.
get in there, you're fucked. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Signal is lost, and you driving through in the middle of nowhere. So like, I'm trying to look for a place. You know what I mean? Or like a corner store or whatever like that. So I found one, and there was a cop that was there. And the cop looked at me like, "Nigga, what the hell you doing here?" You know what I'm saying? Without
Was he
saying,
a white guy?
"Oh yeah,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, can you tell me how to get there?" That away, you know what I mean? And I got the fuck out. You saved my life. So like, as we driving, I mean, it's pitch black. There's no street lights and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Just our lights. And
Yeah.
as we driving, you know the X-Files song,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yes, I do know. Yeah.
So I started whistling. When I did that, it was a huge mist cloud just start coming out our window. I'm like, man, what the fuck? He's like, oh my god, you scared me. Stop. So
So what I'm curious. Why were y'all in West Virginia? You were driving through,
about
obviously.
let me give you context of that. So we was leaving, coming back home from Virginia because you know my mom's over Hampton,
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Okay.
and we didn't want to take the toll potion way, the tollway.
So y'all went the scenic route.
how cheap was weed? We would never do that again. You know
Yeah,
what
Never
I'm saying?
again.
yeah. You
And
gotta
when
watch the
we
screening.
finally found an exit, you know what I'm saying? And we was going towards the exit, and I swear there was a guy standing outside of his car with his head down like this. And then as soon as he seen the car, he started walking to his car. I was like, yo, don't look at his face. Peeled out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that he didn't have a trap for us. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is real. That shit is real. We had some years ago when the boys were young and we would make our trips to New York, we would do we would drive, right? And we generally was always spread our drive out over 2 days, right? Generally our halfway point was right in, I want to say it was Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mm,
Um and the drive from Houston to Knoxville is I mean it's a fairly uneventful route. But there's a lot of desolate areas, right?
right,
And part of it is going through Louisiana, obviously, right? Because the route that we were taking, we would leave Houston, take 10, I think, all the way over to Baton Rouge, which is uh I don't know, maybe a 5 hour drive. And then from Baton Rouge, we go into Mississippi and then cut up north and go up in through Mississippi into Tennessee. And Mississippi was always just a freaking creepy, weird, just desolate place because although we're on the highway, like I said, a lot of it is just desolate rural area.
right,
And when we were doing that drive, what I would do is I would do like what my grandfather taught us, which is just get up early in the morning, right? When I was a kid and we used to go down south in the summertime to South Carolina, my grandpops and my grandmother, they would always like have us get up at like 1, 2 in the morning and leave at that time because my grandfather's belief was that the less traffic, the safer the drive, as long as you get enough sleep,
right,
right? So I stuck to that, right? So I would get, whenever we would do the drive up to New York, I would, get up. We would get up like maybe midnight, leave the house by 1, 2 in the morning. And by the time daylight came or 8 in the morning came, I would have enough distance. Anyway, one night we're doing this drive and, I'm on the highway. I got my music playing and stuff. The boys are in the back sleeping. Maryland, it's there. And this car pulls up on me. There's nobody in front of me, nobody behind me. It's just darkness. Car pulls up on me and I'm in the slow lane with my cruise control on, and he pulls up in a fast lane and literally pulls right up and it's just nose and nose with me, right? And I'm like, the fuck is this dude doing? You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
weird. There's
right,
open space between in front of him and behind him. Like, why are you pacing with me? And then he turns the light on in his car,
mm,
right? And then I'm like, all right, so I look over and he looks at me and he just looks. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right? Mind
right,
you, I'm someplace, I don't know if it was Louisiana, just some desolate area. And Marilyn was like, don't look at him, just ignore him and just go. Right. And we ended up doing that. And he stayed with us for a bit. And then he ended up, falling back or pulling up. I can't remember, or getting off an exit. But I was like, yo, like, it's crazy,
Mm.
man. Like,
you just
these
never know,
people,
like what,
oh,
because he could
wow.
have had a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So after that, what I started doing is whenever, and we didn't do the drive much after that, but what I started doing is I started carrying my gun with me in the car.
Mhm.
Right. And I was always a bit fearful about that because in Texas, you don't need a permit to have a gun, right? Like,
Right,
as well as the case with a lot of states, like um I don't know what they call it, the no conceal thing. Anyway, you can have your gun in the car and not have an actual license to carry, right? It's
right,
Right.
lawful. And there's a lot of reciprocity in southern states with that. But as soon as you get to the northern states, that shit is not the case.
right,
I was
Mhm.
fearful because I'm like, now I'm in New York. I got my I got my Glock in the car, and I don't want to leave it in the car because if somebody breaks in the car, they take it. but then I don't want to carry it on me because it's just crazy. So all of those things, we got to a point where we was like, that along with us just getting older, we was like, this driving shit is done with. We are
Done.
not doing this shit.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear
Yeah.
you on that, man.
Yeah.
Because like, I remember one time I was driving. We was in Virginia,
Mhm.
and we was going to Aunt Regina's house, and we couldn't find the place. It was in the boondocks,
Yeah.
and we met this lady, and outside, a black lady. I said, "Hey, we trying to find this address." Oh, it's over there by the church. My bad. What'd you say? It's over there by the church. By the church. Oh, the church. Yeah, the church. Church. I was like, oh, okay. So we called her the church lady, right?
The chitch lady.
Right. So and that's one of my pieces in French jazz named Cheech. That was based off of that, right? So
Okay.
like we were driving and we made a turn and we're going down this long road and out of nowhere, man, I don't know how tall this motherfucker was. All I know is that this motherfucker came out the woods with red eyes, bro.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Like, people be thinking you tripping, and it's easy for people to say, oh, you were just sleepy and you're not getting enough rest. And you can see, you don't know how many things you see on those desolate roads at night where they're poorly lit. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's shit that be popping out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and this
real.
motherfucker was tall. Like, from my deduction from the distance that we were from this cat,
Yeah.
and we was at a stop. You know what I'm saying? And trying to figure out where you gonna go left or right and
Yeah.
everything like that. And when this
Yeah.
motherfucker walked out, this dude had to be damn near 7 feet.
I don't
You know what
doubt
I'm
it.
saying?
I
And
don't doubt
red
it.
eyes and looked at us. And I know it wasn't tripping because my kids was like, ah, screaming and shit like that. I said, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yo,
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna be the black guy that get caught, you know what I'm saying, ever in a
Mm-mm.
movie.
There is weird shit out there. I had a situation not like kind of similar to that where I was driving down to South Texas a couple of years ago, and I used to do this drive at night to take supplies down there. And I'm driving, and the route down there is 59. So I'm on 59, and you reach this stretch where it's just desolate, like there's nothing on either side, and it's approaching a checkpoint, right, where they check you for immigration and stuff just to make sure you're a U.S. citizen.
Right.
Anyway, I'm driving, got my music on, and there's no highway lights or anything on either side, so it's complete darkness. The only thing that's illuminating the highway is your headlights, right? So if there's nobody behind you or in front of you, that's it, right? So I'm driving, and as I'm getting close, I'm paying attention to the side of the road because deers notoriously jump out, right? So I'm looking for that, but deers are very distinctive, so you can see because you see the two eyes like glowing in the dark, so if there's deers on the side of the road.
Right.
I'm driving, and all I see as I'm pulling up, mind you, my headlights are spread out onto the side of the road as I'm getting closer onto the the shoulder, and this dude, a black shadow, literally,
That.
and the dude had his hand up like this.
Hold on. My bad. I was kind of like, what?
Like this.
Oh.
Literally. And as I drove by, he went with me. Like it was crazy. But he had no it had no distinctive features. It was just a black thing. I was like, what the like crazy. Needless
You want a way to get them inspirations for horror movies, though.
Right. Right.
Crazy.
Seriously, like the hill have eyes. I don't want to go. That's why I'm not, bro. Like I'm not into the southern, the western area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to drive through Death Mountain or whatever like that just to get somewhere. I'm not finna do all that shit.
So
Like,
you wouldn't drive to the Grand Canyon?
I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just to walk through it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and not know where I'm going, I need somebody that I know that I could trust. Like I remember when I was in Jamaica, and I met this guy named Nick, and he was just a raging beer drinker. You know what I'm saying? But every morning he would go and go scuba diving. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would like to scuba dive, but you know, I don't think you know, Brandy, but I can't swim.
I
You know what
can't
I'm
either.
saying? Like I going.
How
I went,
ironic
I
is
went
it that a lot of black folks can't swim, right? Like,
And I took swim lessons, and I still
to,
can't swim
that's
as an
insane.
adult.
That's insane. But like I went to Dumb Rivers Falls. That's like a 995-foot mountain, and
yeah.
you climb up there, and that's like to me that's like the christening of Jamaica. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But he's going down with they already told us about the coral reefs and certain corals you can't like touch. Like you know what I'm
Right,
saying? They
right,
got the fire
right.
reef, so
They
it's like
protect, yeah.
one dude didn't listen and put in his balls, and you know what I'm saying? They had to inject him with something because his balls was on fire. But he wanted me to go with him. First of all, I'm not going nowhere with no white dude underwater, nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, bro. I just ain't gonna do it. Oh man, it's fun, man. You gotta go, Monroe. You know what I'm saying? Cause they call me Blue Monroe. You
Why
know what I'm saying?
blue?
Huh?
Why blue?
Because based off a blue mountain, and I think that the Jamaicans, the Jamaican men have a huge attraction to light skinned women.
Okay.
And like it's like a rare thing for them, you know what I'm saying? And if it's a big gal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they want to sling, Dexter St. Jackson women and stuff like that. And
That's the St. John.
so they
But
had
that's interesting. There's plenty of fair skinned women in Jamaica.
well, I seen some rough June bugs out there. They were rough. They look like me with hair weaves, like, all right,
I
watch that
can't.
watch, you know
Stop
what I'm
it.
saying? Like, dude, like watch that watch by where's Welcome to Jamaica chick? You know what I'm saying? Remember that poster? You know what I'm saying? So like anyway. So, but since I was a big guy, they didn't think I was capable of doing things. So, like, I was, like climbing mountains and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They had like that, like, the mountain thing like that. I learned how to climb mountains. This white boy taught me how to do it. So I did it. But the
Yeah.
guy was trying to make fun, like I was too heavy to go up there. But I was able to do it with ease and shit. They don't
Mm-hmm.
know that I used to study martial arts and know how to do certain shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
They
right,
just see
right.
a big guy and shit. So I guess I was showing them out. You know what I mean? I was beyond the expectation of what a big guy can do. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
did karaoke, I did my lesbian song in front of all of these people. They just couldn't believe that I did that shit. You sing my song, right, Brian? You saw that song?
Uh,
Oh, you gotta see that, Brandy. It's hilarious.
So like I did that shit. They're like, Blue Monroe, man, you're mad, man, you're mad. You know what I'm saying? And I was cool after that. So everybody stopped calling me, hey, Blue Monroe, Blue Monroe. That was my name the whole night. Whole
Yeah,
week I was there, you know?
that's
mm,
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Brandy, you got to see that lesbian thing because what's really cool about that is not just the lyrics, which are absolutely hilarious, but it's also the fact that he does the music along with the lyrics at the same time, right?
mhm.
And it just goes together so well, but it just seems really difficult to pull off. So you gotta share that with her, man. You gotta share
Yeah,
it.
I found the video too. My bad, girl. 1 second.
Okay.
Can I add this here? That's right there. Yeah. So you have any traveling stories, Brandy? That was weird.
I don't have any weird traveling stories, to be honest. No.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
nothing
I guess
weird.
that's it.
I'd rather not have any stories, but I can tell you this now. Like whenever the conversation comes up about us doing any type of long distance drive,
Uh-huh.
nah, not anymore. I'm getting on a plane. Like
Yeah,
I cannot do it. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand how people do it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't
yeah.
understand.
Shout out to the truck drivers, the long haul truck drivers.
Oh yeah,
I be getting a recuperation day after a flight, so a drive
right.
I need two.
Telling you,
Uh-huh.
telling you,
Uh-huh.
telling you.
Like,
I had to go to a wedding one time, and I went there, party for one day, and came back, and I was done for like 3 days. I still had to go to work, but I was done. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yep.
So yeah, I'm not. Since I drive for a living, I don't like driving.
No, I
Yeah.
get you. I definitely understand.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Yeah, I definitely understand that.
I mean, I want to learn. I do want to see other things. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see the Grand Canyon. I'm definitely going to see it this year.
Yeah.
Well, not this year, but next year or stuff like that. I'm definitely going. I'm going there just for a weekend. I want to see what it's about. Try to find those pyramids that they wouldn't let us go see. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's pyramids in the Grand Canyon.
Pyramids all over the U.S.
Yeah, yeah. They say there's a pyramid that connects directly to Egypt.
How the fuck is that possible?
Wow.
I have no idea. They said that there's actual. They saying that the Grand Canyon is actually Egypt, and they're lying to us.
Oh my
Huh.
goodness.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, they've been lying to us for a lot, so we really don't know what the fuck
These
going
people
on.
You
be
know.
They know.
talking all types of madness, man.